Welcome back, people. How you doing? I hope you're having a great day. Alright, Monster Jam Best of 2025 Part 1. I ain't got a clue how many parts there are. It might only be 2, it might be a million. But if I get the views and likes and you guys like it, I'll carry on with it. But who doesn't like monster trucks? And just before I started, I googled where was it invented. I knew, I was 99.9% sure that it started off in America. Or where else would it have started off, something like that. But I googled it. Monster trucks originated in the United States. I don't know why I'm telling you this, because you know this, I'm imagining. But yeah, I'm doing it so I can learn. Monster trucks originated in the United States in the mid-1970s. The phenomenon began with when Missouri mechanic Bob Chandler modified his personal 1974 Ford F-50. Of course it was a Ford F-50. Jesus Christ, I can't read. Ford F-250 pickup to promote his four-wheel drive shop. So yeah, it was a gimmick really to advertise this shop, but then took off into a massive sports. I'll look into it further one day, unless there's any videos out there that talks about it in depth and that. But who doesn't like watching monster trucks? And on the thumbnail as well, we had the grave digger. Everyone knows that, whether you're into monster trucks or anything, we've all heard of the grave digger. And there's one called the lunchbox as well. Am I remembering that right? Or was that just a remote control car that came out in the late 80s, maybe early 90s? Because I had a mate growing up in Sheffield, Sprocket. I hope he sees this. I've not seen him for like 30 odd years, but one of them kids, we all had a friend like that on the street that we lived on, that seemed to have everything before it came out. You see this one kid with it, a couple of weeks later you see it in the shops. Yeah, this one guy, I remember he had a lunchbox. I think that is a monster truck too, innit? It might even be in here, but yeah, the grave digger, I think that might have been most people's favourite. My son, as a toddler, he had a little pullback toy of the grave digger. But anyway, this is our Monster Truck Wheels. I'll give it a subscribe, I'll give it a like. I'm looking forward to doing this. Literally just up the road from me, there's like a what do you call it, I can't think of the word, stock car racing, banger car racing, and I think now and again they do events. It's probably only about 15-20 miles away from here. Now and again they do monster truck events. Nothing on the scale that I imagine I'm about to see here, because it's like a field with what they call, like seats in stadiums that go up it, but very, very small. I've never been in it, so I don't know why I'm saying it's small. I imagine it is compared to what we're about to see. I'm yapping way too much. Let's just watch this. See, right, I'm pausing straight away. See, them trucks are high enough, them wheels are massive enough, and how high that went, that is seriously serious. Wow. Proper air. The foot controller as well to be able to make it like... That is seriously high. He meant to do that, of course. My God. I can see that I'm going to be posing this a lot. The G-force in that must be mental. My dad would love this. I don't know whether he'd attempt that, but my dad was always into off-roading 4x4 up until like 10, maybe 15 years ago. Getting on a bit. So I'm just not sure that he would do this. He'd love to. Oh no! It sounded like he snapped the back axle or something. Those proper bouncy screaming. Oh, there we go, gravy. Jesus. See, you can't. I'm actually lost words. I just had an horrible thought then, alright. Have they ever escaped the arena? Do you know what I mean? Jumped over the side and got into the crowd and that. Horrible thought, but these things have climbed bloody walls just about. It's a right inside that cabin there, getting thrown back like that. Look like a flame there. The Avenger. All the shots on it. If any of you watching this has been a passenger in one of these, and even driven one, no, a passenger. I want someone that's been a passenger that thought, I don't want to get in there, then done it, and let me know what it's like. I bet it's like people that then skydive or something, they eventually do it and want to do it again and again. I have a feeling that's what this is like. But yeah, you can't see how big they are on the screen here, can you? I imagine the size and the sound of them when you're next to them are proper intimidating. I'm going to shoot talking boxes now. The physics and things, it's crazy. Oh wow! My new favourite looking wow. And I thought I was cool to up on the wheel like, which is the front end. I can't even. That's the front end. Nah, that JCB one's my new favourite. Good start. Quickly took over the range. That one almost didn't even, the cab on it's tiny. What does that one sound the side of it? It says digger on it anyway. Some good welds go into these machines, don't they? I imagine the people that drive these have got these, that are proper into these, have got a big bit of land and they're just constantly rolling about in the field in the monster trucks. Yeah, see, that's could only be invented in America because you've actually got the space, the land in your gardens if you wanted to literally yard, should I say? You say yard opposed to garden, don't you? A garden to you guys is with flower in it, I think. Yeah, you've got the space to be doing all this sort of stuff. When you first start watching, you feel as though that you're like making mistakes by accident, but then you realise it's what they're doing. The way the entire... I forgot what that's called, and Dad used to say it all the time when the back of the axles go opposite way. I forgot what it's called now. It always looks as though one of the wheels is slipped on the left. I was about to say, it looks as though that one's come off and it has. The absolute steel ender. Did they use the same sort of terms in that as there would BMXing or whatever? Because that's an endo, isn't it, on the front wheels? In mountain biking and BMXing sort of thing. I'm guessing they do kind of use the same terms. Is a Gravedigger the most popular one in America? Which one wins most events and stuff? Which one is known as the best? Help me out in the comments, you usually do, because I don't think I'm going to know on this. Oh. I'm guessing these machines are automatic as well. There's two pedals and constantly like that. So you've got to great footwork to do the tricks that you do. Oh, there we go. That shark was like it. Why is it the power of the wheels on this or rip on the axle? I've got a game, what is it? Summit Storm Pacific Rift, and it's got a monster truck in it. You race around the track. Is it actually any monster truck racing? That's something that I've never seen. Literal racing around the track, apart from not just doing stunts in an arena like this. If there is, let me know, please. I've never ever seen any sort of monster truck racing. It's got to be, hasn't it? Has to be. These never get made into military machines somehow. There's obviously reasons. I bet someone tried doing it, didn't they? You got to recognise pretty quick in one of them, wouldn't you? Just fucking jump over. Obviously, they have to tweak a bit to make them a little bit artillery proof. Outside. See what it says on the side. So I'm guessing at the end of every event, they go out into these arenas, don't they, knowing that they're going to be trashing their vehicles up. So I imagine the people, is it individual people or is it sponsors? Because I just realised I've not seen any real, apart from on the arena walls and that, I've not seen any sponsors on the actual trucks themselves. So is it extremely rich individuals or sponsors? Because it ain't going to be cheap, is it? I don't even want to put a number on it, how I'd imagine a truck like this would cost. It's got to be, I don't know, it's got to at least be something like 3 or 4 million, right? I don't know. None of it is cheap. There we go. That one almost looks like a transform. I think JCBs would just look cool in general, but a Bigfoot version. Back of my brain's trying to think what that's called when both factors do the opposite thing to each other. I forgot what it's called. Well, My little brain's thinking about it. Oh, another snap wheel. Axle. Watching this, a grave digger fella seems to have had this one. The grave digger one was those had the most skill so far that I've been watching. But when it comes to the trucks, it's a JCB. Oh, all the kids have been flying out school bus. It's also the Simpsons driving it. I think that's supposed to be a school bus. I feel as though that these have got a warehouse with shitloads of fiberglass shells sat there ready to keep getting smashed up. I'm not going to be saying something stupid here, but I feel as though like one wheel had probably cost about at least $100,000 as well. I feel as though it has to, because tyres and wheels aren't particularly cheap, are they? And these are bigger than humans. Yeah, help me out in the comments. As I say, when I watch these videos, they do help me, but you guys in the comments help me out so much more. Thank you. Fire truck. Old school fire truck. Oh! Don't know whether that's just my chickeny brain, but I wouldn't like loose things hanging off like them ladders the way they come off. In my brain, I'd be paranoid of it coming off and like as it's rolling, coming through the bars and doing damage. At least you've got crash mats to stop them going over the barriers. Oh, wheels. I feel as though a lot of the time as well, listen, obviously loads of skill in here, of course, right? But I feel as though, like, sometimes the driver's having a bit of a panic and shit, what have I done here? But everyone's coming out, wow, that was amazing. When they watch it back, it's like, yeah, that was great. How did I do that? That was a fuck up, but it was great. But yeah, it seems like one of them things that whatever you do, you can say, I meant that, and it looks cool. I thought it was going to be a racist. Don't know if it's in my head it's a JCB, but when that did that, then it seemed a little bit heavier. It seems like it's going through the air a little bit slow. Welding in these machines now. Notice how it's something bigger. got shark attack. Oh, first one, this one. First time I've seen this one. Is this the same event, or is it a collection of different events? 'Cause I've seen this one smash its shell off. I've seen Gravedigger smash its shell. A couple of them smash their shells off and come back on. Have they got shells there ready on standby to throw straight back on? Wouldn't surprise me at all. Or is it just different events? I feel as though this is the same event. In my head, I'm trying to figure out, it obviously can't be a normal automatic gearbox. Is it a quick switch to put it in reverse or something like that? If there's a video about the mechanics and workings of these beasts, let me know. I feel as though end of the careers of these people that have trained for like 5 inches. Oh, that bounce. They also look like the tyres as well have barely got any air in there. Oh, that one looks as though it's tight a little bit. I hope there's some racing videos out there because I'd love to see these racing. Yeah, I just thought I've done the signature thing in my head when I think of motor trucks, driving over a load of cars. And sitting there, like those cars. Cars. I can't tell. Obviously, I don't know nothing about the sport. I don't know how the point system works when they have been at a competition or whatever. But I can't tell when they're bouncing, they've got on the 2 wheels and they start doing all that, whether that's them just trying to stop themselves from going over or it's going into the next trick or not. Or is it, I feel as though it's kind of like a style it out kind of sport. Jump, see what happens, and... But again, clearly there's a hell of a lot of skill in the damn thing. I feel like loads of people will probably start to do it, and after a week of trying to, nope, not for me. Rub the hands on it as he went around there. Thunder. That one was the funniest thing, yeah. Is that a robot dinosaur? It's got a T-Rex with pinky arms. Watching this, I'm saying to myself, I can love that kind of things. As I said earlier, like, this is not going to show. I imagine that the sound of them up close is terrifying if you're not used to it. I feel like flames are coming out of the drive shaft down at the back of it. I don't know if I'm asking stupid questions or not, but four-wheel drive vehicles, but that looked to me a minute ago as though the back wheels weren't spinning when he was on the front wheel. They were still moving, but not to the extent the front ones were. So I feel as though there's like loads of different switches in there to put drive to one wheel or not. I don't know. I really need to learn the workings of these. I feel as though there's a hell of a lot more than a couple of pedals and a steering. For me, it's not the distance, it's how actually high up in the air they go. It's like they kind of hit the ramp and going right in the air. Oh, I'll be doing that one tomorrow. Right, no, right. If you guys enjoyed that, give me a thumbs up and all that. Let me know, and I'll carry on doing more because I really enjoyed that. But I also want to know about any racing. There has to be. You guys must have done racing with it, opposed to just arena. Showing up in an arena. Monster truck event. I'm trying to think of a word to use then. But yeah, let me know if there's any videos about racing and the workings of the machines. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye. Bye bye.